Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thanks so much for being here. I am here for the Libra Collective, Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra. Everyone is welcome though. We will use tarot and oracle cards. I'll share channeled messages as I receive them. And I want to get into July 2026 a little more. This is almost like a part two to your July 2026 reading, Libra, your little forecast for July that I did. Um, you know, Something seems to be brewing under the surface. I don't necessarily feel that it's bad, but I feel like it could be creating cloudiness in your life or something, or kind of this feeling of there maybe just like haziness, Um, yeah, so we'll see what it makes sense, Mercury retrograde and other things happening astrologically, but let's go ahead and just see what we have. What can we expect? What sort of blessings, what sort of fortune can we expect? Our luck, what does that look like? Let's see what is beneath the surface for us. We have Stork, card 17. And I just saw 111 on the timer as I was showing that. Now, this is about improvements, change, birth, renewal, pregnancy, some sort of transition. All right, connecting to the sign of Aries. Okay. I was, before the reading, I was getting in my crystal ball here, I was getting dandelions. And I am a fan of Ted Andrews, so I did look it up what dandelions represent. And in the book Nature Speak, here it is. uh, it said to find beauty where you haven't looked, so to look beyond the surface. I find that fascinating because that the whole point of this reading was like, what is what's going on with this haziness, this murkiness, this uncertainty. Let's get some clarity on that. That's the whole point of this reading, and it's connecting to July. There's something about July that just feels there is sort of feelings attached to it for in some way. It feels like it could be emotional. Yeah, I was getting before the reading too, it's important to speak your truth. So maybe you're going to clear the emotional clutter, clear the air. It's a message that's been coming up lately, and I know a lot of you are maybe having some sort of relationship stuff going on. Take good care of your physical health. I'm not a doctor, of course, or anything like that. So only take what resonates. This is for entertainment purposes only, right? I do have to say that. But yeah, let's see what else we have. You have free will, final say. Your intuition knows best. Take what resonates and leave the rest. So, dandelions too, you blow on them, right? In the seed pods, they travel and then new dandelions grow, right? So there are a lot of just things about making wishes come true. This is good though, because with Stork here, that's improvements, as it says. So it does feel like whatever is sort of under construction in your life, or anything that you're letting go of, like the way you would blow on a dandelion seed, the seeds, and that one flower has died, right? But in the wind spreading those seeds, will plant more dandelions. So it's kind of like letting go of what has already passed, right? Anything that is just no longer bearing fruit, or really helping in any way anymore. Anything that's sort of lost its nutrients, even getting just kind of letting that go. It's like planting in new soil, right? So let's see, getting ready for making room for what is to come, for the abundance, the prosperity that wants to be delivered to the Libra Collective. All right, that's too many. Dandelions are here to let us know that worth and beauty, and even yeah, like whatever greatness July has to come in, it could be that it's under the surface. Okay, under the surface I was getting before this reading, and that's what dandelions tell us too. There's more than meets the eye here, so try to hang in there. All right, hang in there, collective. What else do we have? Hoping this is making sense so far. We have Anchor here. All right, it's card 35. Both of these cards are positive here, because Anchor is going to talk about stability, right? Safety. This is something that's going to stick, something that's going to last. The long term is looking good, Libra. Right now, in the short term, that's why I wanted to do this reading. It feels like it could be a little murky, a little disappointing even just for some of you, and I'm sorry if that's you. It does look like things are turning into, they're going to take a positive turn, so new developments here coming in. Some people may look at a dandelion and be like, oh, it's just a weed, but really it's not. There are a lot of nutrients in the dandelion greens, and dandelions, they add that pop of color, and again, with the seeds making wishes come true. There's a lot to love about the dandelion. So things are not necessarily as they appear. It could be better and brighter. We have scythe here, so this is sudden removal or clearing, some sort of separation. Something you may be feeling like, just feeling cut off, or you've had to do that. You've had to maybe cut something or someone out, as I was saying. I think I was saying that earlier anyway. So there's that. What else do we have? That was card 10. So far on the table, astrology-wise, we have Aries, Capricorn, Libra. All right, what else do we have, please? We have tunnel. Okay, so card 41, more Capricorn energy coming in on this card. Look at that. Wow, what a card. Just kind of sucks you right in, right? So this is about exploring the subconscious. Again, what's beneath the surface, right? An anchor, for example, is beneath the surface, right? Sometimes with a scythe here, we have to trim away excess to really find it's like digging for gold, yeah, we have to be ready to explore, and there's you may feel though that you want to hide, but or you may be feeling lost, in some way, and it's like that's all it's part of the journey. This is what's coming through anyway. Okay, what else do we have? The decks I use are down below. We have the Tower. Now that's interesting because I was getting that off of that scythe card. And so here's the Tower, and that's isolation, structure, restrictions. Okay, card 19. So this is feeling lonely, feeling lost, as I said, feeling at a loss even. And then, a Tower comes in. It could be, that's more Capricorn energy. What is with all the Capricorn energy? My goodness. So maybe you have that prominently in your chart. But this is actually connecting to some sort of like finding your way through restrictions. Okay, I'm feeling that off this, or like finding out how is it that you can stand out even if some things are feeling kind of dark right now or dismal. And then what do we have, my friends? We have card 40, bees. All about your network leading to sweetness here, okay? This is about cooperation and hard work and results paying, okay? This is sweet results based on your dedication. Again, thinking about the long-term success here, long-term stability, not just the short term. And I think that's how a lot of you, you're able to hang in there during the tough times, because you know that long-term, things will work out. What else do we have? Let's see. Let's go right into tarot. This is Tarot of the Cosmic Seed by Lalanya Simone. Box. All right. What do we have, please? Thanks to all of you who are supportive of the channel, who comment and like and hype and are subscribed and our members, all that. Thank you. We have the Messenger of Wands, okay? Messenger of Wands. Now, the messengers here are pages, okay? So the Messengers of Wands, and this is, the Page of Wands. So this is good. This is like inspiration in some way. You could be getting news, a message of inspiration, something that's going to offer you hope, right? Hope in some way. I think too, you could be getting just some sort of, even if it's small, some recognition. Okay, so some recognition could be coming in for the lovely Libra collective. Being inspired, making the change. Some of you are writing that book or writing something, lyrics even, I feel, to be doing that, getting through even some writer's block. That could be coming up for you in July, overcoming that. What else do we have, please? Libra, July, 8 of Coins. Perfecting your craft in some way. This is going to lead to stability. So it's kind of like, just hang in there, be consistent. And again, think about the long term. Is what you're doing now really going to pay in the long term? If it's not, you may want to rethink it, right? Yes, it is okay to make changes during Mercury retrograde. If we didn't, we'd never get anything done. So just, I kind of just, yeah, you do you though, right? Let's look at this beautiful card though. Look at that. All the detail, getting things in order. They have what they need there. They can actually make something of that. They have a needle and thread and the thimbles and the scissors and pins and buttons and things. So there's some it's kind of like safety in knowing that if you really put the necessary time and effort into something, that it's going to grow over time. What else do we have? This is the Seven of Wands. Look at that. Seven of Wands. Now, I feel like this is connecting to not compromising in any way. You really need to take a stand here. And if you need to cut something off, do it. That's what this card is saying. Clear it out. Clear it away. All right. What else do we have? Make room for the new. I want to point out you actually have 888 in your reading because you have 17 on Stork, which is an 8. You have 35, 3 and 5 is 8. And then you have the 8 of coins. So you have 888. That is a sign of abundance. And by the way, your next reading will be your weekly reading on Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But then on Tuesday, because I post Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays, on Tuesday, your reading is on the 7-7 portal, right? At least in the US it is. 7-7 portal on Tuesday. And it's going to be about your abundance and prosperity and luck, fortune, career, all that stuff. Life purpose, So let's see. This may be a little preview to that. What do we have, please? Clarifying tunnel. Feeling like you may be getting sucked into something. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, and look what they're getting sucked into. They're getting sucked into like doubt, feeling sorry for oneself, maybe even feeling like a victim. They're getting sucked into restrictions, self-imposed restrictions too, or maybe just feeling trapped in some way, feeling kind of stuck, like, being pulled down, weighed down. What else? What else do we have here? We have the Two of Wands here. They're taking some steps. They're making some plans, making the decisions that, planning out the different stages and phases. Not everything's going to happen necessarily all at once. Some of you, one reward or one, good thing, great thing coming in, heading towards Libras in July is you may actually have a little bit of respite here, a little bit of time to retreat and rest and heal if you need to recover from something. Even it's just a very busy time. So maybe you have something planned even. Getting July 19th, clairaudiently all of a sudden. We have the Mastery of Wands. That's going to be the King of Wands. That's what's clarifying bees. So this is like, again, that hard work. This person, this King of Wands, they're not going to be held back in any way. They're that leader, right? They're entrepreneurs. They're, the artists. They're the musicians. Maybe some of you are. They're, because I was getting lyrics too. This is about, I flipped a card and I split it and opened it. And it says, you've been pulling yourself out of dark places since you were a child. You were built for anything. That is so King of Wands. Nothing's going to stop that King of Wands. Nothing's going to stop you. If you're meant to be an entrepreneur, if you're meant to be an artist, if you're meant to be famous, if you're meant to be a mom, a dad, a cousin of whatever it is, go through the whole family. Whatever it is you're meant for, it's going to happen. Have to believe it though. Got to believe it. If you put in the work and it's meant for you and you've got the passion, you're following the heart and you're mixing that with, again, doing the work. We're not just manifesting, doing nothing, manifesting. We're actually putting in the work. We're taking action, even if it's small steps. That's what can lead to those big rewards this July. So what you're doing now in July is going to be something that you can look forward to for the next, 6 months and more even. All right. It's something that may take that long. I was getting that when I did I already did your meditation for that prosperity reading I'm going to do on 7/7 for us. But I was getting, this could, what you're doing now, it could take a little time to unfold. But remember, again, you were built for this. You're made for this. Libra, I'm going to tell you, some of you have like crazy amount of talent. And I'm not sure why you're not using it. I'm guilty of it too at times. I have been, we just, for whatever reason, we don't believe in ourselves. Maybe we weren't, when we were raised, we weren't told how great we were or whatever, but it's up to you now. You're the adult, right? You're the one who you can speak to that inner child and speak to yourself and let yourself know, be your number one fan, right? You have to believe it, right? Before other people are going to believe it. So believe in yourself. Here we go. What else? We have the Six of Swords. Some of you, look at that. You want that rainbow? Well, we have to move on. We're going to have to get out of something. It's not fitting. It's just not going to work anymore. What else do we have, friends? We have the Mastery of Coins. So now, in addition to a King of Wands, you have a King of Pentacles. King of Coins here, coming in. Again, you take the Eight of Coins and you make it into that. You work your way up and you're the King of Coins now, okay? And I've been getting, it's interesting they're showing a toad or a frog because I was getting that energy. And that's a symbol of prosperity, okay? That's a symbol of good luck. That's taking that leap of faith too. What else do we have, please? Show us the way. Help us through this haziness of any kind, this doubt, this restriction, whatever it is, because what else? What do we have? What greatness do we have coming in as we clear, as we separate, as we cut ourselves off from whatever it is that's not working? It's going to mean breakups for some of you. Parting ways, right? It's going to mean that. That's one thing. Another thing, July is bringing in for us. Some of you too, you're entering Chiron. It just, we're having a preview of what Chiron and Taurus is going to be like. And some of you you're doing some massive like overhaul of your life here. You're really facing those deep emotional wounds, because Chiron is the wounded healer, right? I think that's what wounded healer. And so we're healing anything that it's been really deep stuff that's maybe going on since childhood, such as low self-esteem, right? What else do we have? We have the Lovers. Look at that. It's all about your alignment. It's all about you lighting up here. And some of you are going to add a little pizzazz. Do things your way. Because Libra, again, some of you, the way you do it, the world needs you. The world needs your talent. The world needs your special sauce. The world needs Libra, okay? The world needs you. What else do we have? We need your talent. But you yourself, you have to feel in harmony. You have to feel like, you're making good choices. You have to feel like you're in partnership with what's meant for you, with the universe even, right? So making good choices, things that are in alignment. What else do we have? Look at that. We have a Two of Coins. So I can tell, I came into this reading knowing that some of you are like, what do I do? Do I, what sort of decision what do I do? Okay, let's get a card on that. Two of Pentacles. I feel like, you're weighing up your options. You got to balance some things out too. And don't let anything take away your focus, right? I'm getting something big about like, if you need more studio time, we've got artistry here. It's all over this reading. Maybe that's why I wanted to pick a very like kind of artistic deck, something very unique. It says, don't water any one-sided relationships. Allow them to dry out. Oh my goodness. Like I said from the very beginning, somebody may look at, dandelions too as weeds, or something you're doing. People may poo-hoo on, whatever. Don't let anybody rain on the parade, right? So to speak, the cliche there. But seriously, if you're not getting what you need to out of something, it's time to move on. That's where the growth will happen, not staying in the same old dirty soil. Well, soil is dirty, but the dried out, again, no more nutrients left. Things can't possibly grow any more than they have in a certain situation, whether it's a workplace thing or relationship, whatever. It's done. Stop watering dead plants. What else do we have? You can take it or leave it, okay? I don't dim myself down on this channel. That would be pointless for all of us, right? Including me. I'm not about that. So, this is me. Take it or leave it. Not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm cool with that. And the point being, Libra, you need to be cool with that too, that you're not going to be able to please everybody. right? So don't worry about that. Just get started with what you have, keep putting in the work, stay passionate. If you're not passionate about something anymore, maybe it is time to explore other opportunities, right? What else is out there? What else do we have, please? Tell us more. Oh, wow. This chapter of your life is called The Things I Desire Are No Longer Negotiable. And what do they have? They have a plant that has sprouted in their hands, in their palms. Look at that. Wow. There's so much growth. And I'm going to, like I said, Libra, I can't even calm down my excitement here. And why should I, right? The enthusiasm. That's good. It's good. And why should you, right? If you got to do what you feel like doing, because one of these days it's just lights out, right? And that's not, we don't want to be missing out, right? So let's see, what do we have here? Wow, we have the Devil, we have the Tower, holy moly. The Two of Swords, the Ten of Coins. What I mean by lights out is like one of these days, we're not going to have the energy, or it's just going to be our time to, transition. It's not, we don't, and also to take advantage of when you have the spotlight on you, right? When you have someone's attention, when you have the audience, when you have the connections in the network, right? Pay attention to that. That's another thing I mean by like lights out. Like it's not always going to be the way it is right now, good and bad. That's a good thing, right? We don't want it to always stay the same. We want to be growing. This feels like a countdown to me. It's like, the other thing, Libra, I'm going to tell you too, is it feels like, again, you maybe keep like asking for confirmation. You have your confirmation. All right. Again, you've been pulling yourself out of dark spaces, difficult times since you were a kid. You don't need some tarot lady in tarot land telling you how awesome you are, right? How capable you are, how strong you are, how fierce you are, all that you've had to go through. And this Devil, that's that little voice in your head keeping you stuck, keeping your mind caged. Let yourself free. What else do we have? Two of Swords, look at that. There's another card. Victimization, not following your intuition, not seeing another way. It's time to take off the blindfold for some of us, right? We have some difficult choices to make, but for some of you, it's like you've been waiting for too long. You know that in order to get to this 10 of coins, my friends, in order to get to that long-term prosperity, stability, happy family, happy home, happy all of it, got to make some tower moments. Don't be afraid to shake things up. There it is. Libra. What else? What else for Libra? If you enjoy this reading, you like my style, etc., like the video, subscribe, hype, leave a comment, all the stuff. It all helps. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. 7 of coins. We'll take it. Now you have a few 7s here. A couple of 7s. Yeah, 6, 7. Yeah, it's like, let's see. Is there another 7 under there? No. Okay. There's that 7 of coins. Okay, so with the 7 of coins, it kind of seems to me like it's almost like not really seeing the opportunity in something that's already here. It's like feeling so close yet so far away, right? At the same time. And isn't that life though, right? It's always a combination, it's always a mix of things, of feelings, of opportunities, of just mindsets. Like it's I don't know if some of it's like you can be happy and sad at the same time, right? Feelings are, we can have multiple emotions about things, can be bittersweet, So what else do we have? We have the cosmic seed. Now this is great. I want to point out the 2s too, all right? So you have a lot of 2s in your reading. Okay, so maybe you're going to get this ideal partnership, commitment, contract, that sort of thing. Good for you, because you do have 2, 2, 2. So you have 2, 2, 2, and that caught my eye. And then I didn't mention it yet. Oh, okay. So I'm not going to lose it here. Look at what we have here. I did not know that was even in this deck when I got dandelion through the crystal ball prior to your reading. And there's that dandelion. Make a wish, Libra. Make a wish. I chose this deck on camera with you. I did not have any, and I had dandelion come in beforehand. This is tying it all together. It's like, if you don't believe me and you don't believe all the other signs you got, could you at least believe in yourself? Like at least believe in the dream that you have. All right, so this is a bonus card in this deck. So it's card 22. All right, so there we are again with those twos. So now you have 5 twos. Now, with the cosmic seed, this is about, oh wow, electrons, source, and potential. This, Libra, is the seed of infinite potential. It exists in the quantum realm. It can move between dimensions and realities in all directions and through matter. Libra, maybe I'm describing you. The card's a reminder of your superpower. You have access to the infinite in every moment. What are you creating with your thought, power, and influence? It's time to expand your vision. We need to be willing to accept responsibility too, right? For what we can control. I'm going to tell it like it is, okay? That's what I'm getting. What else, please? For Libra. I'm hearing the name Donnie. Maybe you have someone in spirit, or that's your name, or there's something connecting to that. Donnie. Okay, 6 of Wands. Look at her. She's eating this up. She's eating up this life like it's an ice cream sundae. Look at her. She's so happy. I love that. She is basking in that spotlight. Like I said, take advantage of opportunities when they land in your lap, when they come to you, because you have a lot coming in. You've got eyes on you too. It's like capitalize on it, right? Make the most of it. Make the most of this. This is success. This is victory. This is good news, Libra. This is your triumph. All right. This is you getting the, public recognition, even that some of you are, you deserve. Like I said, nobody else does it like you. All right. I'm here to tell you, yeah, you are special. Okay. You are unique. You are creative. You've been through a lot of you, right? And now you're ready to rebuild. You've got the clarity, or if you don't have it yet, it's coming in. Will there be unseen problems? Will there be unexpected drama and stuff like that? Of course. Will we still have our anxieties and our fears? Yes. But that can all exist while we keep on moving forward. While we keep believing, right? Keep believing. We're going to always have a mix, right? All right, let's see what else. So 2, you may want to look up after this, and feel free to leave a comment what you find. What is 5 twos? 5 twos. Or 222 and 22. I mean, 22 is like master builder number, right? That's awesome. What do we have, Libra? Because there is significance. That's too many cards. I didn't see any of them. Here we go. We get angel numbers, animal cards. Close out our reading. We have 1919, a sign of patience. 1919, a sign of patience. Patience and hard work make dreams a reality. Absolutely. Believe it to see it, right? 2020, peace within. Keep calm as you transition into a new life. And 444, you are guided and protected. Don't be afraid to take that leap of faith. You have to feel ready, right? Right? Or maybe you don't. Someone would say, hey, leap before you know, right? So there are angels watching over you with love and encouragement. Right? Take the leap of faith kind of thing before you know for sure if something will work out. It's like trusting. Whoa, that flipped. You're approaching a fork in the road. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. This will lead you to where you're meant to be. You know where you're meant to be, a lot of you. Might be about, what could be tough is like how to making the decisions in order to get there. We'll get some messages from your future higher self. Let's clarify some of that, right? Give us more clarity. I don't know. Do we have enough clarity? Reconnecting to your past can unlock your future. You can heal. Maybe a lot of you have healed. You're ready to move forward. You're moving forward. Laughter's key. Find the humor. Take a light-hearted approach. That's it. You know, just we can't take ourselves too seriously. I sure don't. Can you imagine if I took everything I said seriously? My goodness. And I wouldn't encourage anyone to take everything I say seriously. Okay. Yeah. All right. No one's flawless here. All right. What do we have? Future self. There's still time to change the road you're on. It's never too late. Some of you, that's the encouragement you need. Okay. There we go. And you have special gifts. Never surrender to normal, Libra. It's just summarizing everything I've already been telling you. Like I said, you're special. How many? And then you get a card that says you have special gifts. Like I said, so Libra, no one does it quite like you. I'm convinced of that. I have a lot of you in the audience right now that's it. You need to hear that. You know it. You already know it. How many times do people have to tell you you're awesome at this thing? How many times do you have to, just know, like you just feel it. You just know this is what you're supposed to do. What else do we have? Don't spend too much time in despair. Move through emotions and release. Work with professionals, obviously, if needed, right? I'm not one to say, oh, just rush through feelings. No, you process how we process. You do it in ways that feel best for you. All right. And the end of a tough cycle is finally approaching. So you know what that means. What's coming up? Tell us. Explore possibilities. You're going to have more possibilities and options in July than you've seen in quite some time. And it's okay to not have all the answers. They're going to come to you when you need them. Have faith in that. I already spoke about that. That is awesome. All right, let's see. What do we have? Thanks so much. You know how to show support. All right, winding down your reading now. Let's get it. We have Coyote Stillness card 31, Throat Chakra. Take some time to rest, reconnect with your inner voice. Be still and listen. What is your inner wisdom revealing to you? Bottom of the deck, Scorpion, card 21. This is all about your spiritual path. This is your solar plexus chakra. So having the confidence to speak your truth with these two together. This is an important time of transformation. Don't be afraid to release what no longer ignites your passion. Oh my gosh, that's the whole reading. I've said almost those exact words. Surrender to the path of your soul. I'm going to say it again. This is an important time of transformation. Don't be afraid to release what no longer ignites your passion. Surrender to the path of your soul. That is what I have for you. I'm wishing you the very best. Thanks so much for being here. Take care, Libra. Check out your other videos too. Thanks so much.